What is going on, all you lovely ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mike O'Hora, and this is a lovely penguin. We are doing a breakdown of the set dressing that is going on here with Twice Alcohol Free. If you didn't already watch, I reacted to that video. It's the video just before this one. So go ahead and go watch that because this won't make all that much sense to you. But yeah, guys, after watching this video, super fun song, super, like, not super energetic, but at the same time, like, nice uppity beat, but like kind of relaxed and chill. One of the girls in the behind the scenes said it was like a like being on vacation, and I agree. I think that was really fitting. But seriously, such a beautiful song. I think that it really describes what falling in love would be like or is like. You know, that kind of like that like flutter that you get in your stomach when you see that pretty guy or gal, and you're just like, oh, that's the one, you know. I thought that was a really cool song. I think they do a really good job of explaining that, and yeah, the sets were beautiful. They're amazing. So we're gonna jump right on in, looking right at the music video here. So starting it off, they got a close-up shot of one of their martinis, and I actually said a little bit about this. Excuse me. I actually said a little bit about this in the last video, but a cool little trick that you can do in order to make it look like there's ice in there without making the drink actually cold or having to worry about the condensation on the glass or anything like that is you can actually just take a bunch of saran wrap, kind of ball it up, drop it right in the drink. Especially with colorful drinks like this, it works really well. It looks like ice from a distance. And then for the smoke effect, you can actually buy a little bit of dry ice. Just drop like a little piece in there, and then it'll just kind of bubble up and make that sweet, smooth smoke that comes out of there as well. So immediately right off the bat, they start off with a cool shot here. And then we move on to this kind of outdoorsy beach setup. The more I'm looking at it, the more it looks like they're not actually at the beach. I think this is in a studio as well, but pretty much everything in the foreground of this shot, for the most part, is there. So, like, all those plants in the background, I'm pretty sure are actually there. Huh. Or maybe this is on location. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell with the editing. Yeah. Sorry, I stand corrected. They're actually on location. They're at a beach somewhere. And realistically, all they probably had to do for this was build that bar and dress it up with flowers and those lights. And those definitely are special order lights that you would have to make. They would be wired through the surfboard up top there, and then the lighting department would take over from there. But for the most part, yeah, it's a pretty simple build. I'd like to imagine that wherever the location is, that they actually had these like beds and umbrellas and seats and chairs and stuff around, and they were able to actually just use them. Otherwise, they would have to go ahead and go to different prop houses and get those things and bring them to the set. But wow, what a beautiful location. Definitely super nice. And then the other set dressing, I don't know, there might be a closer shot at some point, but the bar, you can kind of see the different drinks and stuff that they have set up. They're all in glasses that are unlabeled. So that's a big thing in videos like this, is you can't have name brands on them unless they're sponsoring the video. So you got to get rid of all that. It's called Greeking. That's what that is called. I will say I'm not 100% sure where that term came from, but yeah, you either rip the label completely off or you cover up the brand with like tape or something just to make it look like the label's not actually there. So yeah, you can kind of see the bar a little bit closer. They do have a couple of bottles there, but you can't actually see what's going on there. They probably just taped it. Really cool set. Also, I like that the paint is a little bit worn, which is an easy effect that you can get, is like you just kind of paint it and then you can sand it a little bit, and then it'll kind of give it that faded look as well, which is kind of a nice touch, to be honest, because with the beach and the sand and the wind and all that kind of stuff, it would eventually start to kind of corrode down just a little bit. Nice little effect to the video. And then of course I got the beautiful flowers here and stuff. I would imagine all those are fake, that they just rented, and then you put them up and then you take them down and put them back in a bag and send them back to the prop house. Especially the big flowers, yeah, those are definitely rented. Pretty cool though. All right, so this is an above shot of that like martini looking glass that the girls are sitting in, or they're taking turns sitting in. I'm just gonna see if there's a better shot of it. Oh yeah, here we go. So this set is really, really cool, right? So in terms of art department stuff, there's not all that much that would have to happen. For the most part, all those lights on the metal frame, the ones that look kind of like pipes, that's actually going to be all set up by the lighting department and the grips, right? Then the art people, they probably strung the lights that are up in the background that are just hanging down. They probably strung those up. And then that big martini glass is most likely a special ordered prop, right? They might have those at a prop house, but if you needed to specially order something like that, you'd go to somebody called a fabricator, right? And a fabricator will take whatever idea that you guys need, and they will build that one specific thing for the shoot. So they don't really have that much to do with the actual shoot itself, but they will special build something like that so that it's not on the art department to have to do and figure out on their own. And then I'd imagine probably the art department would then come in and decorate it, like putting all the diamonds or pretty much all those reflective little gems on there. They're not actually diamonds, let's be real. But all that kind of stuff would be added on there as well. Or that could also have been added on by the fabricator as well. But that's just another cool little touch that I haven't really got to talk about in a music video, because I haven't really seen anything that I'd imagine they'd need a fabricator for. But that would probably be the first thing that I've seen that they might have had to get fabricated. I mean, a champagne glass like that isn't super uncommon for music videos, so there might be ones that have already been made and be at a prop house already. But there is also the chance that they needed to special order it as well. So if they did special order it, they went through a fabricator. There you go. The more you know. This set, oh my gosh, this set is so nice. So well done. Actually, I'm now just kind of noticing, if I am correct, they might have actually reused that champagne glass right in the middle here. Yeah, can you see my cursor? Yeah, right in the middle there. They might have actually reused it and just redressed it in a different way to fit for a different scene. Or they might have special ordered too. I don't know. But this set is absolutely gigantic. I've never had to actually put anything together like this. But this also could have been from another fabricator as well. There's special fabricators who will build huge set pieces like this. And then they ship them over to wherever they're filming. So at this case, they're in a studio. And then the art team would then put them together, usually with the help of like grips and stuff, because they are so much higher and you need to go onto a scissor lift in order to put them actually up there. Plus, I'm sure they're not light either. So this is definitely a big build. And actually sometimes as well, sorry, this is just popping into my head, sometimes they'll legitimately bring in a full construction team that's outside of the art department to come and build sets like this, and then the art department will be the ones who will then paint the set, decorate it, put all the plants in there. You can see that there's all these different, like, there's some rugs, there's some baskets, plants, and they got the fruits and stuff over here, a barrel. They'd put all that kind of stuff into place as well, even those light fixtures, and then electric would run the actual electricity to the lights and whatnot. But this set is so nice, so beautiful, so well done. Those big poles in the background too, that the top one, that was where the girl who showed up early, I think her name was Momo, she was sitting on that. That's why that one doesn't just have one spike going up. So I think it had 2 or 3. It's hard to tell from here. It looks like just 2, just to be a little bit more stable. So when they're sitting on it, it won't feel like it's gonna fall over, break, you know. So this is another shot that is definitely on location as well at the beach where they filmed that other shot. It looks like something that would go there, to be honest. Like, that might have been something that was actually on location already, and then they just kind of decked it up with the flowers and such and made it look a little bit more tropical. But I'd imagine that would be the case. Considering it's built out of wood and like how well it's put together, I'd imagine that's most likely a fixture that was actually at the location to begin with, and then they just decided to dress it up a little bit to work with it. And that's something you do all the time as well. And then, like I said before, you can see like they got all these bottles and stuff. Either the bottles are turned so you can't actually see the labels, or they just rip them off, or they tape over them, or whatever. And you got these different props for like making drinks and whatnot, the shakers and all that kind of stuff too. Which, like I said, this music video is actually really, really beautiful. Not like any of the other music videos that we've seen that are like, it's not like they're all ugly or whatever, but you know. Yeah, these close-ups just on set, easy enough for a green screen. Oh, nice. This is a way bigger shot of what this looks like, and a bigger shot of this set. I was actually surprised. You know, most of the time when you have fruits and stuff like that on set, more often than not, if you're not actually going to be using them to like eat or anything, or like use them in the actual video, like usually you just get fake fruit and just put it there because it's like no one really cares. And then also you don't have to worry about wasting it. But during the behind the scenes, one of the girls was like looking at the fruits and stuff, and she's like, I just don't want this stuff to go to waste, which means that they actually use real fruit, which is pretty cool. And then also it's funny too, because at the end of the day, when the shoot's over, they always just like kind of put it up on a table or something and say, all right, crew, if you want anything, take it home. Take what you want. I worked on the Food Network for a while, working on different random shows. And a lot of the times when they'd have leftover foods and stuff like that, they'd be like, everybody go grocery shopping. And they'd have bags and stuff set up, and you can just go through and grab different things and put it in your bag and leave. Literally, you basically go grocery shopping for the week and have your food. And then another side thing from this is that at one point they're dancing and there's confetti coming down, right? These background buildings, those are animated in, but this level ledge was here, and I believe the ledge up here where that curtain is, I believe that was also physically there in the behind the scenes clips. But most likely, there's just a couple of guys up there from the art department. They probably have fans that are just shooting up and over the set, and then just handful after handful, just throwing confetti out onto those things so it'll just rain down on them nice and pretty and whatnot. Dang. Another just beautiful setup right here. Where's that bubble coming from? That's a bubble. Okay, it's genuinely. But yeah, a lot of the times when you look at shots like this, they're really not all that hard to set up. Because another funny thing is like any area of the kitchen that she's like sitting in that's not physically going to be seen on camera is just empty. So the kitchen probably looks really cluttered right now. There's bottles all over the place. There's bottles in the foreground, which adds a nice bit of dimension. Then there's also the clutter in the back. That's all stuff that they just put in there in order to make it look more full. And then, like, I mean, I guarantee under the table that she's sitting at, completely empty. Like, the cabinets over here, empty. There's probably stuff over here, empty. Because, like, why fill up a full kitchen when you don't need to? Oh, that's sick. Oh, that looks so good. So, this is another shot where they would be waiting until nighttime to do another night shot on this same location. This is the same location as the first or the earlier shot in this as well. You can see the bar in the background with the big surfboard that says alcohol free on it, and then they got a bunch of more different lights, a lot of more different like neon colored lights as well as, and then there's the animation of the flower kind of going up in that liquid and whatnot, which looks really, really good. Then also a nice little touch that they added as well is they added those frills down onto those umbrellas. Adds a little bit of texture, adds a little bit of more things that light can reflect off of, kind of adds to the scene a bit more as well. And then you can actually tell they actually put lights in underneath the umbrellas to make those kind of shine more. And for the most part too, those are like streamer things that you can buy at like a Party City for like $2. You know? It sounds ridiculous, but it makes the video just look that much better. You know? All right, well, that's going to do it for the breakdown of Alcohol Free by Twice. Incredible set dressing done on this shoot. Definitely a very professional team. It must have been a pretty big team, too, because there's a lot of big pieces going on here, which, yeah, that's definitely a bigger set than I've ever had to work on. So, bravo to Twice. Amazing song, great video, and I can't wait to listen to more of them as well. So if you guys have any more recommendations, please, by all means, go ahead, write them down below. And then other than that, guys, please sub to the channel as well. Help us continue to grow and get bigger and bigger so I can make more and more videos. And then on top of that, guys, stay aggressively positive. I love you. And I was going to try to say something like be alcohol free, but I don't know, whatever. Have a good one. Bye. See you Sunday.